Present the accused before the court, please. Billy Ann Scott, you are accused of using a singular verb, plural subject. Do you plead guilty or not guilty to this charge?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Are you represented by counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I am the attorney for the accused, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're here to decide the innocence or guilt of this woman. It is your duty to listen to the testimony which will be offered and to make your decision with strict impartiality. Let no personal feeling either for or against her. Enter into a calm deliberation of all facts in this case. Is there anyone who has any previous knowledge of this case, or is there anyone who feels he or she cannot render an impartial verdict? If so, let him or her declare himself at one. You may proceed with the case, Madam Attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here to consider the case of Vernon J. Bird against Billy Ann Scott, who, as you have heard, is accused of using a singular verb with a plural subject. I shall attempt to prove that this woman committed the unpardonable crime of saying we was going to part. This, you will see at once, is a crime against such nature. It's our duty, as all right-thinking citizens, to stamp it out. Think of the confusion which might follow such practice. Verbs, my dear ladies and gentlemen, are the most important members of the entire good English family. Yet here we have a woman who is so careless, so lawless, or so ignorant that she fails to use correct verbs with their subject. Is this a woman worthy of our great heritage? This is a crime against Washington, a crime against Patrick Henry, a crime against our early history. Why? Our very country is based upon the decent respect of the rights of others. I object, Your Honor. All of this has nothing to do with the case.
What are you trying to prove by this argument?
Your Honor, I'm proving that this woman failed to let others hear the correct English spoken.
Objection overruled.
If this woman and others who might be encouraged by her example should be allowed to go unchecked, you will soon find the very streets of our country filled with broken verbs, murder phrases, and fractured pronouns. Are we to permit such a thing to happen? No, it must not be. I object, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
I shall call the state's first witness, Miss Gooding. Then you think she is capable of committing the crime of which she's accused?
Yes, I'm sure she is.
Miss Gooding, I want you to think carefully and tell me if you have observed any violence done to the fellow bird.
I don't know. Well, I think I did.
Tell us the circumstances.
It might have been last week when she came in from school.
Mrs. Good English, you are here to tell what you know, not what might have been.
I don't know.
That will be all.
I received them at the hands of that woman.
Had you quarreled?
No, I had not provoked this attack in any way. She's always abused me. She never cared whether I agreed with the subject. She threw me around, and this was the result.
That'll be all.
I'd like to call some more witness.
Proceed.
Mr. Bird, you said he did not provoke this attack. Now, think carefully and tell me if you and my client ever had a disagreement.
Well, I did object to her careless treatment, and I suppose I let her know it.
You've had many moods, haven't you?
Yes.
And you also change your senses, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Sometimes you demand a helper, called an auxiliary, do you not?
Yes, I certainly do.
Yet you claim you have done nothing to provoke any reasonable person to anger.
Yes.
Mr. Bird, the principal part of this is you demand the thing is, was, and has been. Is there any reason in that, sir?
No.
Sometimes you're active, sometimes passive. Sometimes you take an object, and sometimes you don't. Isn't this uncertain conduct enough to arouse anyone anger who tried to learn your ways?
I suppose so.
No, I agree. This man is not strong. He is scarcely able to be here. You should not be subject to such treatment.
Objection overruled.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the only thing that this man has proven by his testimony is that he is unreliable, changeable, and thoroughly irritating.
I object, Your Honor. Mr. Bird is not on trial.
Objection overruled.
That'll be all, Mr. Bird. Bailiff, summon Mrs. Snell.
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, Sir, always? Why, of course, sir, always.
Mrs. Nell, answer the question asked.
I do.
Mrs. Snell, how long have you known the accused?
For years and years, we're old friends.
How has she treated you?
She has always been very courteous.
You've never been distressed in any way?
No, not at all.
And she's never called you names?
No, you see, I do that myself. I name everything, like cities, states, and people.
That'll be all.
I would like to ask the witness a few questions. Miss Now, you've always found Miss Scott courteous and agreeable. Have you? Yes, I have. She is generally regarded so. The only name I have for her is Perfect Lady. That would be all. The children are so fond of her. Preposition, come here and bring presumption and objection with you. Tell the nice judge about the time Billy and Scott
Do you regard her as one who respects the rights of others?
Well, no. For instance, to offer her a great Ralph perfume, she only chooses one. She always says, he's a cool guy, he's a cool chick. That's a swell lie. You see she does me no justice.
This is a good point. Now, have you ever observed her treatment with Mr. Bird?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sure the jury understands the attitude of the accused when she used those words. That will be all.
I object, Your Honor. Such testimony is mere hearsay. It is not relevant to the case.
Objection overruled.
Silence. Please come and not Quisha Adler.
Not Quisha. Really?
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Miss Adler, do you know the accused?
I do.
How long have you known him?
My whole life.
Have you ever observed her treatment with Mr. Bird?
Yes, he is so violent. He preferred his principal parts all around. He also failed using auxiliary.
Auxiliary.
Most of the time.
That will be all.
I should like to cross-examine the witness.
Proceed.
Miss Adler, tell the court what relation you are to Mr. Bird.
He might have one.
Now, tell the court his court's then you are very much influenced by what Mr. Bird has to think, and you do just as he says.
I guess. I don't know.
Then all that you said about my client is just what you've heard Mr. Bird say.
You want to say it like that, yeah.
I object, Your Honor. The testimony that has been given should not be altered.
Miss Attorney, it is our task to establish the truth. If false testimony has been given, it should be pointed out. Proceed with the cross-examination, Madam Attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've always found my client. You've always had strong feelings for her, right?
I guess. Only I don't know her too well.
That was no.
I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you to think of the testimony you have heard. Think of the violence Mr. Bird has undergone. Think of the suffering Mr. Bird has undergone. All this has been done for the outrageous character of that woman who is on trial. Thinking of all these things, I feel sure you feel your duty to bring the verdict guilty. This I ask you to do for the sake of the good English family. Whom we take such pride, you are fair and you are just. I urge you to make a decision. Thank you.
Have you anything to say, Madam Attorney, for the accused?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard Mr. Bird admit that he sake of humanity, I ask that you find my client, Billy Ann Scott, not guilty.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you are now charged with the duty of sifting the testimony which you have heard to determine its truth or falsity. This you must do impartially, fairly, and honestly. This is a court of law in which no man or woman should be condemned unfairly, and no evildoer should be allowed to escape punishment. The jury will now render its decision. I declare this court recessed.
What's so funny? Shut up. Muscle slow.
Will you act as foreman of the jury?
All those who believe Billy Ann Scott innocent stand.
Free Billy Ann! Free Billy Ann! Free Billy Ann! Free Billy Ann! Free Billy Ann!
All those who believe her guilty stand.
What is the verdict?
Finally accused Billy Ann Scott guilty.
Billy Ann Scott, the court finds you guilty of the crime using a singular verb with a plural subject. I sentence you 3 years of hard work at the Grammar Academy. Court dismissed.